Happy Frugal Friday, friends. Welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm talking about some frugal living tips that I am gathering from an article called 20 Great Depression Era Money Saving Tips by Femia. Last year, I did a video, was it last year? I did a video on Leo Babauta's Cheapskate tips, and we had some fun going through them and seeing if we actually do them or if it's something we would consider. So today I thought we'd have some fun, go through this article, read the tips she's offering and see, are we already doing them or is it something we should consider? I'll leave the article down below so you can read it on your own after if you want to, or you can follow along while we're talking about them. Number 1, make your own cleaning products. I personally do not make my own cleaning products, but I can see how that would be beneficial, of course. See, they always say create a 50-50 mixture of vinegar and hot water, add a little splash of lemon juice, and you have a powerful cleaner, perfect for countertops, sinks, floors, and more. I do not like that vinegar smell, so I'd have to come up with something different if I was going to indulge in that one. Number 2, keep an herb garden. This is, probably fantastic, but makes me laugh because you guys know my lack of cooking. I would probably not make the time to do an herb garden because I don't know how many herbs I would actually use. So for those of you that cook, those of you that garden, those of you that are into that, I bet would be amazing to do, but me personally, I won't be doing that one. Number 3, use just a dab. Now this one I am on board with and I do it all the time. It says, are you guilty of using way more product than you need? I think I used to be, but I'm not now. Shampoo, soaps, body wash, which I mostly use bar soap now, but when I use all these things, lotion, I use everything sparingly so that I don't waste money overusing a product. I do use just a dab. It makes your products go a lot further. Number 4, learn basic sewing. Now this one I have not learned yet, but I would be very open to doing. Just like if a button fell off or something like that, I think I could figure it out, but I am not in the habit of doing it, but I could see how that would be very valuable to just learn basic sewing. Number 5, grow a garden. I have never grown my own garden, but I know lots of people that have. I don't like tomatoes, so that is one food that I would not care to really grow. But cucumbers, I would like to have an entire cucumber garden just for the cucumbers. I know zero about gardening, so I don't know if it's something that I would be doing anytime soon, but I would definitely be open to learning. Number 6 is learn how to make the most of produce. Now, she goes on to say, learn how to freeze, dry, or dehydrate produce to make it last. Again, this is something that I probably am not going to invest a lot of time in. I only buy limited produce, and when I do, I try to eat it up during the week. So my strategy is not to buy produce I'm not going to actually use, but you could also try this strategy as well, and some of you probably already do. Number 7 is buy the whole chicken. Yeah, buy the whole chicken. Easy breezy. Number 8 says, buy the bones. Wait, what? It says you can't talk about money-saving tips of the Great Depression era without talking about bones. Well, this is something I have not talked about a lot, so let me read a little bit more. It says, when you buy meat, buy the bones. When buying meat, you'll always pay less for bone in cuts. Plus, any chef or Depression-era kitchen cook will tell you that bone in cuts taste better. So there you have it. Pay less and get more. Winning. Number 9, be mindful of your electricity usage. I am very on top of this. It says, no one's saying to live like a hermit by candlelight, but for heaven's sake, turn off the lights when you leave a room. I am very good at this. I've talked about it in another Frugal Living Habits video of my own. This is something I do automatically. I don't even think about it. I always shut the lights off when I leave a room. Number 10, be mindful of water usage. I am also very aware of this. I feel like I do not waste water. When I'm brushing my teeth, I get it wet. I turn it off while I'm brushing and then I rinse. Some people just leave it going. Some people, when they're washing dishes, they just have the water running. Some people will turn the shower on for like 5 minutes before they even get in. I don't do any of that. I am very mindful of my water usage. Are you? Number 11 is pay in cash. I don't always pay physically in cash, but I pay with my debit card, so I'm only paying with money I actually have. I think paying in cash is a great strategy, or using your debit card is a great strategy. When you do that, you're only spending money that you actually have, not borrowing on credit, not borrowing money that you don't have. Number 12, a big thing in the Great Depression era was learning how to can. I will also tell you this is one I will probably not be participating in. It does not interest me, but if you do can, I can see the benefits of it. But me personally, not into canning. Number 13, save your scraps. So this one, they're saying, find creative ways to use leftover scraps. Citrus peels can be used in homemade cleaners. Fabric scraps can be used for all sorts of craft ideas. Again, this is one where I can see what the benefits would be of doing that, but personally, I'm not going to be participating in that much. As a single mom, I've got to pick and choose which battles I want to battle and which ones I'm going to let go. And the scrap jar is definitely one I would let go. Number 14, learn how to upcycle furniture. I think that's a great idea. If you have a piece of furniture that could be painted and used again, maybe even in a different way, or just make it look nicer, sand it, paint it. If I had pieces of furniture like that, that's something I would definitely consider doing. I currently don't have anything like that right now, so I'm not doing that, but I think that's a great idea to upcycle furniture that you already have and make it even better and useful. Number 15 is make your own gifts. I think this can be obviously used by all in different ways. As you guys know, I don't like giving food gifts to people in this day and age, but in general, making your own gifts can be a great way to save money and also give from the heart something that you made. Like my mom, for example, cross stitches. And when she makes a gift that is cross-stitched, that is very special, and we really appreciate the time and effort she puts into those. And I think homemade gifts are a great idea. Heck yes. Number 16 is try natural remedies. Of course, if you can have anything natural, that's obviously something to try. The explanation on this one says, this is one of my favorite money-saving tips from the Great Depression era. Before you head off to the doctor's office and pay an insane co-insurance followed by pricey medications, try some natural remedies. And the examples it gives are drink plenty of water, get plenty of rest, put a dab of little vapor rub on the soles of the feet. There are so many tried and true old school remedies that Depression era moms swear by. There are, right? You know your mom, your grandma, they all have these natural remedies. This is obviously worth a shot. Try the natural thing first, and if that doesn't work, you do have other options. Number 17 is don't pay for what you can do yourself. The example she gives is having pizza delivered when you could make your own pizza at home. Plus the tip, all that stuff, it can be really more expensive when you have other people do a service for you. So yeah, if you can do something yourself, of course. But if you are actually going to end up paying more, if you would have just let a professional do it first, then I would lean toward have the professional do it. As you guys know, I work for a plumbing and heating company. And so we have customers call all the time that they tried to do it first themselves and then they made it even worse. And then our technicians actually have to spend a lot more time there undoing what they did. So again, be smart about it, pick and choose. If there's something that you can do yourself and you can save the money, do it. But if it's really not in your wheelhouse, I would hire someone. Number 18, it says, don't blindly spend. Heck yeah. This says, whether you're buying a can of soup or a car, don't blindly spend. Compare prices, look for the best deal, and wait to buy when the time is right. You know I do that all the time, and I bet most of you do that all the time. You're not just spending money on things you don't need. If you're practicing minimalism or frugal living, you are prioritizing the things that are important and spending the money on that and not being wasteful on things you don't need, and not just putting money toward whatever you fancy in that moment, but actually being mindful of your spending will definitely be helpful in saving money and participating in frugal living. Number 19, one of my favorites, use everything up. Yes, 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 yes. From the bottom of the toothpaste to the bottom of the shampoo, to the lotions, to the makeup, to the jar of peanut butter, all the stuff, use it up before you buy something else. It's always a good idea. Use what you have first. One of my favorites. Number 20, buy reusable products instead of disposable products. Absolutely. You guys know one of my big ones was cutting down on my paper towel use. Back in the day, I used to use so much Bounty paper towels. Bounty is still my favorite, and I still do get paper towels, but I do not buy as much as I used to. Also, reusable products like my coffee K-cups. I use reusable cups instead of getting a brand new one every single time. There are so many things you can do in this realm that will save you money and also help the environment. She says at the very end, you don't have to live a life of deprivation to live frugally. What do we say all the time? She's absolutely right. Even if you implement just half of these tips, you will find that saving money happens quickly, and in no time you will reap the rewards. As you guys know, my channel has been a frugal living channel since the very beginning, and I love looking at how other people view frugal living. And as you guys know, I'm not an extreme frugal living person. I'm not an extreme minimalist. I am not extreme anything, but I like to gather all these tips and tricks and use what works for me. And I hope you do the same when you're listening to this list of 20. Some of them might be like, yes, yes, yes. And some of you might think on some of them, nah, no way, not into it. And that is awesome, because you're going to use the things that actually will benefit you, will actually get you further to where you need to go, and also create the life that makes sense for you and get the benefits of frugal living without turning it into obligation to live a certain way or pressure to live a certain way. You do you, boo, as I always say, and live the life that you want, but just see the benefits of frugal living and how it can really help you live a life of intention and meaningfulness and happiness and joy, and save money for the things you actually want to spend the money on. Now is your turn. From this list, the frugal living tips from the Great Depression era, or saving money tips from the Great Depression era, which one was your absolute favorite, or which one do you practice the most that you think is the most effective? If you like this kind of content, please hit the subscribe button, hit the bell so you're notified each time I upload, and hit the thumbs up if you like this kind of video. I make frugal living videos every single Friday. I hope to see you next time. And if you ever want to visit me live, I do K-Squad Sundays on YouTube Live at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Come join the conversation. I hope to see you soon. Have a great day. Bye.